Hello and welcome to episode 179 of the Podiatry Business Podcast. Today's podcast is titled Google Ads Top Tips for Podiatry Clinics in the Age of AI Search. So, why do Google Ads matter? Well, Google Ads have been around quite a while at this point and are the bedrock of most podiatry clinics when it comes to doing paid marketing. But there's been a significant shift in Google Ads effectiveness and in particular their strategy in the last 6-9 months since AI-driven search has come along. So AI-driven search, and I've talked about this before, has changed how patients are looking and finding clinics. So they are now using ChatGPT and other AI tools, but primarily ChatGPT, to do the research on where they're going to pick, what clinic they're going to pick, and whether they're going to pick your clinic or not, because they're getting better results in many cases than they would do when they go to Google. So you think about it, when they go to Google, they then got to go through a lot of the results and figure out which are the right results for them. So when they go to ChatGPT, it gives them the answer, and it will even suggest a clinic for you. Now, ChatGPT, at the time of recording, doesn't have ads coming, paid ads, or doesn't have it yet, I should say, but they are coming at some point, you can be sure. They have to monetize, they're going to have to make profits. But what Google's done in the meantime is it has started to give AI generated results that are non-paid ads. So they come above the ads. So to a degree, it's almost shooting itself in the foot. It's not generating money by getting people to click on ads, because it's giving them those results that previously they clicked on ads and Google got paid for. It's now giving them for free. But Google is playing the long game. It knows what's coming with ChatGPT. So this has all changed how Google Ads are working, and it changes how Google Ads are, how effective they are in your town, and how your Google Ads are being maintained, and how effective they're going to be. So I'm going to give you a few tips on them. So what you want to think about is you want to make sure that you understand the keywords, and intent-driven keywords, not just volume. So it isn't really just about getting loads of clicks anymore. It's about trying to make sure that your Google Ads is set up to get people who are closer to the decision making than they were before. Because what's happening is people are spending longer and putting more effort into investigating the information of where is the right place to go, what is the right answer to their problem, because information is now free. So you want to make sure that you know what are the type of keywords that you need to be bidding on to attract the kind of patients that are further along in that process and more likely to make a call. You want to make sure that you've researched and that you're looking at long tail keywords. So you're using phrases like near me. So instead of saying podiatrist near me, it might be podiatrist would heal pain near me, or podiatrist would heal pain in your town, etc., etc. So you're shifting from just having a keyword that's just podiatry to podiatrist in such and such a city, etc. That it's longer tail keywords that are specific for people who are more likely to click and go and book an appointment. So we're looking for intent-driven keywords rather than just volume of keywords. We're using negative keywords to filter out any irrelevant traffic, and I'll come back to that. Our second tip is to leverage AI tools for copy and so on. So search ads in Google will let you mix and match headlines and descriptions using AI. Now, you don't necessarily want to let Google do everything. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing, because Google doesn't always do what's best for your business. So we found if you just let AI do everything, it's not necessarily as good an idea as using and working in partnership with Google's AI tools. So as part of that, you want to though make sure that you're providing multiple headlines, multiple descriptions, and you're letting Google test combinations. What it's essentially doing, Google does it itself, but there are other tools you can use as well. That's going to split test these combinations, and it's going to start to then use the combinations that work better more. Now, you need to have some copy for those headlines and for those descriptions, so you should be using AI tools even something as simple as ChatGPT, to brainstorm and come up with those ad copy variations. So you're using AI to help you to come up with what is likely to be search terms, phrases, and so on that are intent-driven keywords that we talked about in the last one. And then you also want to make sure that you're using your negative keywords. So negative keywords essentially is when you tell Google, if someone types in this phrase, do not show my ad. So a very simple example would be free or cheap. You don't want to show up for those. That's a very simple. But having a robust and a large negative keyword will make your Google Ads far more optimized. It will reduce or eliminate the waste, and it will give you better quality conversion from your ad, better ROI. You can use AI tools to help you figure out which ones to use. And we've built our own that we do for our clients. So any clients that we do their Google Ads for them, they don't even know we're doing this, but in the back end, we've built our own negative keyword tool using AI that helps us to figure out what are the right negative keywords that we should be putting into their system so that we're maximizing their ads and not getting clicks that we know aren't going to work. Next tip is you want to make sure that you optimize for local search and your Google My Business. So you got to have these integrated, and you got to make sure you're doing so, because what AI does is AI search will blend local results with your Google My Business profile. So you need to make sure that you have optimized it, that you've synced your location, and that you're even using extensions in Google Ads for map visibility to optimize all of this. You want to make sure as part of this that you're encouraging patient reviews and updating your business information in your Google My Business on a regular basis. For our clients, we do this on a daily basis for them. Daily, every single day, we do that for them. What will happen is clinics with a stronger profile and with a better built SEO for AI, which I've dealt with in recent podcasts, will appear higher in the AI search results and in the paid results and in the organic local search results. Next tip is you want to make sure that you're actually automating your follow-up and that you're using AI to follow up on every single lead that you get. So anytime you get a lead, it is speed to lead, as we call it. Don't just focus on getting clicks. Focus on what happens when you get that click and you get that lead. Are they actually being followed up on? Are you answering the phone, etc.? And using AI bots using AI phone, all of which is available now, all of which we provide for our clients, are all things that will help to convert those leads and give you a better ROI for your Google Ads. You want to make sure you're trying to set up as automated as you possibly can a follow-up system, conversion system using AI, using email, using SMS, so that all leads are being followed up with forever, essentially. And what we're seeing is clinics who have this in place and have better speed to lead are getting patients to book in. So I'm recording this at the start of January, and all through Christmas while we were closed in my own clinic, we ran our Google Ads. We did not turn anything off, even though we had nobody there to answer the phone or to speak to the patient, because AI was doing it for us. Fill the diary. When we came back, we had 100 people had left messages looking for appointments because they couldn't book in because the diary was full. Tip 4 is make sure your ROI that you're measuring your ROI. So that for every penny or pound you spend on your Google Ads, that you're measuring what you've generated in terms of two things. One is calls that you've generated, and two is leads that you've generated that have turned into appointments booked in terms of cash. Because essentially there's two types of Google Ads that two types of Google Ads strategy you can go for. One is to set up Google Ads to just directly make your phone ring, so that people are ready to book now that haven't been in before. And how you're going to measure that is, I spent this much money, I made the phone ring this many times, and I know my average answer is this, and I know that if I get 100 people to ring, new patients, this many will book in and the lifetime value, etc., etc. The alternative is to set up an ad type that is maybe for people who are a little further along, they're not quite ready to book in, but we tend to focus on higher ticket items for those patients, and that's generating leads. And you want to make sure that you have a follow-up system, that you're measuring your ROI, how many leads, how many of them converted, how many of them actually came in, and what did I make. That way you have confidence in your Google Ads, and you're able to say, well, I know I spent this much and I made this much, so I have confidence in turning it up and knowing that it's going to give me a better result next month because I have the data in the back end. And the last tip, and it's a very simple tip, is if you are going to run Google Ads to make your phone ring, answer the phone. Now that seems quite an obvious thing to say, but just in the past year, I had a podiatrist that we did Google Ads for. The ads, in my estimation, were excellent. We made his phone ring 300 times over a period of time. And when we went and looked, they'd only answered the phone 104 times out of the 300 times. So if you're setting up Google Ads to make your phone ring, make sure you actually answer the phone. And that isn't even something that you're doing in Google. That is inside in your clinic. Are the systems there? Do you have the team? Do they have the resources? Maybe you need to put in AI voice, answer the phone. This is something we do for our clients, and patients are very accepting of it. They don't really mind as long as somebody answers the phone. They know what they're saying when they answer the phone, and they can get the answers they want and can book in that appointment. So to wrap up, Google Ads is changing. Google Ads is as important as ever for your podiatry clinic and for making your podiatry clinic busier, essentially. It can make your phone ring if that's the type of ad you want. If you want particular condition specific, it's a slightly different type of ad, but you need to make sure that you're on top of it and that you're using AI tools to work as a partner with you, not to take over completely, work as a partner, as a leverage to have a better outcome for you and make sure you answer that phone. So if you like the sound of what you hear here and you're interested in speaking to us about having us do your Google Ads, we have a Google Ads service. Everything I've talked about here, we do that as part of services that we do. Just simply reach out to us. Go to Podiatry Patients on Tap. Just fill in a form for a call. We'll have a quick 5-minute phone call and we'll see what where we think you need help, and we'll take it from there. It's not really a sales call, it's just a chat to see if we think we can help. If we can, we'll have a conversation. If we think we can't, we'll point you in the right direction. So until next time, start looking at your Google Ads in the age of AI and get AI to help you make a better job of your Google Ads.